She also.
I'm assuming, I mean,
Or so this year.
they gave me a year on the other derivatives and they said the Jason had left to drive around here over there. Was one concern.
It should be,
I don't
yeah.
have anything in it.
Is it pronounced Kimberly Hamelin?
Yes, Kimberly Hainline.
Okay, okay, Ms. Hanlon, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room because there's some background noise until I'm ready to call your case, okay?
Okay, thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Danielle Dexter? Okay, well, you gotta wake up for court, ma'am. I can't hear you because you're.
Danielle,
muted.
you're muted.
I'm awake.
Okay, are you laying down?
No,
Okay. And Ms. Martinez, you're here for Ms. Dexter?
I am, Your Honor. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning, nice to see you as well. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Danielle Dexter, file number 21-01656. Council appearance.
May it please the court, Deborah Martinez on behalf of the defendant, Danielle Dexter, who is present on Zoom this morning.
Thank you. Today is the date that is set for a sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. Did you get a copy of that, Ms. Martinez?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay, are there any reasons to make corrections, deletions, or updates?
Your Honor, I've had a chance to review the report with my client, and we have no corrections or updates to this report.
Okay, you can proceed with allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before you is Danielle Dexter, who is a mother of three, who admittedly, she will tell you herself, has a substance abuse disorder. If you note from the pre-sentence report, Danielle has a family history of her mother being an addict. She herself started using one or more types of controlled substances at a very young age. And all her criminal history revolves around this substance abuse disorder. And as a result of that addiction, we talked yesterday about the fact that she has these three children. What we know from the research is addiction can be hereditary. And she needs to break the cycle, but for her own family. We talked about how her children have become aware of her addiction issues. And how embarrassing and humiliating that is for her to be viewed that way in the eyes of her children. We looked at the recommendation here for probation, including a 12-step program, drops. And at this point, if Ms. Dexter is going to stay free of the criminal justice system and be the mom I think she really wants to be, she's going to have to do the work because this is in her DNA. And this is something that she needs to be able to overcome. And it's not going to be done without a lot of grinding, a lot of struggle, and a lot of really difficult decisions made in moments when she's going to want to use. We would ask that you follow the recommendation and give her an opportunity to do the hard work and go on this journey. She has 2 pending files with 30th Circuit for uttering and publishing. However, she has a public defender on those cases. And that is not a conviction. She maintains her innocence on that. So we'd ask that you not consider that, as I am helping her with a connection to get the information she needs to give to her other defense counsel on that case. But at this point, we would ask the court to have some leniency, consider what her personal history is and what she wants to be for her family, and give her an opportunity on probation to do that. So with that, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Martinez, did your client wish to make a statement at all?
Danielle.
yes. I just want to say that I have done the work. I have been putting in the work. I have been sober since the raid, and I'm getting my life back on track. I recently looked into phlebotomy classes. And I'm hoping to start that at the end of September. So I am getting my life back on track, and I will continue to put in the work.
Thank you for that statement. I've had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report, the recommendation, as well as your previous criminal history. And I noted, as indicated by your attorney, the correlation or the underlying issue seemingly being that of a substance abuse disorder, which is what was noted here on the pre-sentence report. It sounds like you would like to get your life on track, to create a better lifestyle for yourself and for your children. And so I think that it would be meaningful for you to do a term of probation and participate in substance abuse programming. And is it my understanding that you're already in outpatient?
I did outpatient already. Yes, I completed that though.
Yeah, it says you completed substance abuse assessment at Wellness Inc. Where did you complete your treatment?
Right, I did a recovery treatment plan with Jesse De La Cruz with the Crystal Ray program, or with Crystal Ray.
Okay. I'm going to adopt the recommendation of the probation department. I'm going to put you on a term of probation. The recommendation, which they dated for June 10th, which was just last week, was for you to attend some outpatient counseling to help assist you in developing and maintaining the tools for a sober lifestyle. To the extent that you've already completed your treatment or outpatient treatment at Crystal Ray, you need to provide proof of that to the probation department, okay?
Okay.
And you need to follow any recommendations that the probation department is giving you as it relates to any further treatment, okay?
Absolutely.
So I will put you on a term of 12 months probation. While on probation, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or drugs unless you have a valid prescription, okay?
Okay.
You're going to be required to submit to random preliminary breath test and or urinalysis. You're responsible for the fee associated with that testing, okay?
Okay.
We already discussed the outpatient substance abuse requirements. So unless you have a question about how you are to proceed with that, again, I'll reiterate that you are to follow any recommendations of the probation department as it relates to any further treatment. Are you
Okay.
currently employed?
Yes, I am.
Where are you employed?
I do home health care. I'm a living healthcare provider. I take care of a gentleman who's got congestive heart failure.
Okay. I'm going to order that you maintain your employment during probation. I understand that you are looking into going to school, you said, or taking some classes. If you enter into a school full-time and are not able to work, you just will need to get that information to your probation officer, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about your probation status at this point?
I don't think so. When do I report?
You're going to hear from your probation officer within the next couple of days because they're going to need you to review this order and then they're going to have you sign it and send it back, okay?
Okay,
Okay, so as to fines and costs, there's a $75 crime victim rights that you are responsible for. There's also a $50 state minimum cost that you would be responsible for. 12 months of probation, there's a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for each month of probation. So that'll amount to $360. I'll waive any discretionary fines and costs at this time.
thank you.
It's a total of $485 that you'll owe in fines and fees on this matter, and then you'll have the opportunity to make monthly payments on that, which would be about a little over $40 per month, okay?
Okay,
Do you have any questions about fines and costs?
no, ma'am.
Okay, lastly, there's an advice of rights as to probation. It says you have been sentenced to a term of probation in the 54A District Court. The probation conditions have been individually tailored and are specific to address your assessed risks and needs. Except for domestic violence, criminal sex crime, stalking offenses, or an offense where the defense of guilty but mentally ill was asserted, you may be eligible for early discharge from probation. You have the following rights. You have the right to request early discharge from probation once you have completed half the original term ordered by the judge. You may request an early discharge from probation after meeting the following conditions. A, you must have completed all the required probation programming. Excuse me. B, you may not have violated probation in the 3 months preceding your request. If there is a hearing scheduled for your request, you would have the right to retain an attorney to represent you, but you do not have the right to court-appointed counsel for any hearing relative to your early probation termination request. Lastly, you may make your request for early discharge from probation by completing the notice regarding eligibility for early discharge from probation. That's called the MC 512 form. And that form is available on the court's website, okay?
Okay,
Do you have any questions about those rights?
no, Your Honor.
Any additional matters from the record, counsel? Oh, you're muted.
No, sorry. No, Your Honor.
No
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, and good luck to you, Ms. Dexter.
Thank you, Judge Simmons.
Have a good one.
You too,
Bye.
thanks. Bye.
Watkins?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kimberly, you're here for Kimberly Hamlin?
I am. Good morning.
Hamlin? Thank you. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kimberly Hamlin, file number 22-00554FY. Council appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea Lacey appearing on behalf of the people.
Ryan Watkins, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Hainline, who is present via video communication, I believe, from Iosco County.
Thank you. And today's the date that was set for a probable cause conference. Is this matter continuing to exam next week? Your
Honor, at this moment, oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting some feedback. At this moment, we'd be asking for an adjournment of the PCC. I had originally filed appearances both with the prosecution and the court. This had been issued, I believe, about a year ago. And in the interim, that I need to refile, I think, and to be able to review discovery. Ms. Hainline obviously has a hold. She's up in Iosco County. And actually, we anticipate also forthcoming charges that will be out of 55th District. So because of kind of the noise of the scheduling, if we could have an adjournment instead of setting it for examination, that would be wonderful. And she also has discussed her 21-day rights with me and is prepared to waive those this morning.
Thank you. Ms. Hanley, you understand that you have a right to have your preliminary examination within 21 days of your arraignment?
Yes.
Okay, so you were arraigned on June 6, 2022. Your current preliminary examination is scheduled for next week, which is June 24th. But due to the reasons indicated on the record by your attorney, are you willing to waive the 21-day time frame so we can reset this matter for a new date? I can't hear anything.
I said yes, Your Honor. Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Is anybody making any promises or threats to you to get you to waive your 21-day timeline?
No.
Okay. So do you want a new PCC, Mr. Watkins?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a new PCC and. How much time do you need for the PCC?
I don't know if Your Honor would just prefer to recategorize the preliminary examination as PCC. Otherwise, I mean, I always could use more time, but I want to move it as quickly as possible also. The
We
24th.
can do that.
Okay, why don't we do that? And then hopefully if necessary, we could bring further time requests to the court at that point.
Okay. We'll do the PCC next week and then I need to examine it. 30 and 9. No, I might take that date. Into July 7th. July 7th at 9:30 work for you for a preliminary examination.
One moment, July 7th. I have that available, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, we'll reset that at this time for July 7th at 9:30. If for any reason you need a further adjournment, that can be addressed via stipulation.
Yes, Your Honor. And the 24th, Your Honor, just for my calendar, is at what time? Is it set for 8:30 as well?
8:30? That's at
Thank you.
8:30. No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
No.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Watkins, and thank you. You're all set, Ms. Hanlon.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let's see. I don't see Mr. Petrovich. Okay, Mr. Petrovich.
You ready to listen to me in a minute? Then we'll listen to Forrest Warren. Show up, fuck around, listen to Forrest Warren, do. You're right.
Ms. Warren, Ms. Warren.
All right,
Okay,
yeah,
looks like she logged off.
yes, I was in communication with her before. I tried to call her off, and so when I asked if we needed to go on the record this morning, Mr. Bigelow said that was up to me, so I let her know she could log off after we touch base and talk a little more.
Yes, I have the file already. Okay. Okay, are we ready? Or are we continuing on Sarcio?
And Mr. Reyes, because of audio issues, I've been using my phone on speakerphone to make sure he can talk to the court. So we are ready as soon as I call him back and get his audio working.
Okay.
All right, I believe we are ready to begin. Oh, all right. Okay, it'll be just a second.
Hi, Your Honor, this is the interpreter.
Yeah, Judge just stepped out for a second before we take care of that. Oh, it's trying to get.
Okay.
And
Mr. Petrovich, are you ready with Mr. Reyes?
yes, Your Honor. His audio is coming through my speakerphone, through my audio, so it may be wise to mute him to reduce feedback.
Okay, can we test and see if we can hear him?
Mr. Reyes, could you try speaking?
Señor Reyes, ¿nos escucha?
Sí.
Yes,
Oh.
he's listening.
Well, the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Rolando Cesario Reyes, file number 22-01499 FT, council appearance, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrea Lacey appearing on behalf of the people.
And Charlie Petrovich on behalf of Mr. Cesario Reyes, who is present by Zoom.
This is Pablo Bello, the interpreter.
Okay, I have an interpreter here, Pablo Bello.
Yes,
So Bello. Can you please raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret in the matter now before the court and not divulge confidential communication, so help you God?
yes, I do.
Thank you. Today's the date set for probable cause conference.
Hoy es una audiencia de causa probable.
And my understanding is there's a plea offer, is that correct?
Y es mi entendimiento que hay una oferta de parte de la fiscal.
One of the attorneys is gonna have to answer because.
Yeah, is that me or Miss Lacey? Because I don't want to automatically speak as to the plea offer, but she can correct me on this. There has been an offer for Mr. Cesario Reyes to plead to alternate count of flee and elude fourth degree with people's consent to HIDA, which would require a waiver to the circuit court. However, I was assigned to this case yesterday, and well, I should stop so there can be I don't want to overburden the interpreter for that.
El abogado está diciendo de que le acaban de asignar el caso. Es el cargo que le están haciendo es de que trató de eludir a la policía. Él dice que la jueza preguntó que si había una oferta, dice que sí le hicieron una oferta, pero que él acaba de tomar el caso.
Okay.
And I have just been assigned to this case. I do not have a police report yet. I have scheduled a meeting with Mr. Cesario Reyes for Wednesday, when I will hopefully have the police report to advise him better on how to proceed from that. But at this time, we ask that this be left on for exam.
El abogado acaba de decir de que le acaban de asignar el caso. Él quiere leer el reporte de la policía y dijo que ya hizo una cita con el señor Rolando Cesario Reyes.
Okay, exam is already set for June 24th at 8:30 in the morning.
La jueza está diciendo que la próxima audiencia es el 24 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana. Señor.
So we can continue to examine. There's not going to be an exam at that time because he decides to plead. You can notify the prosecutor.
Que dice que no, ahorita le van a notificar a la fiscal, que van a aplazarla, va a tener otra audiencia, señor.
Okay.
Yes, I will keep the court and prosecutor updated, probably near the end of Wednesday, which should be in time for that 24th, which I believe is next Friday.
Entonces, el abogado, I'm sorry. El abogado está diciendo que él va a mantener informado al tribunal y a la fiscal sobre lo que él decida hacer. La próxima audiencia me parece que es el viernes 24.
Sí.
Ok.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Reyes?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta, señor Reyes?
No, no.
No.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Not from the defense, thank you.
La juez está preguntando que si hay alguna objeción. Dicen que la fiscalía y el abogado dicen que no.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Eso es todo. Dice que los ven en la próxima audiencia. Adiós.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Adiós.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Mr. Moss, you need a new date. Is that what you're here for?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't think it's funny. I think it was her witness. Is this because of your witnesses on this one?
Yes, they're both.
How much time you need?
One's on vacation this week and one is on indefinite leave, so I think I can get with this one on vacation, so maybe 2 weeks. Would be fine, so I get to close up.
July 8th at 8:30. July 8th at 8:30 work for you, Mr. Moss?
1 second, Your Honor, and I will check my calendar. Yes, July 8th at 8:30 does work.
Okay, we'll reset it for that. So you and Mr. Bond are all set.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.